Hello and welcome to the session on education for the differently abled children in India. Individuals differ from each other in their physical, intellectual, emotional and behavioral traits. 10% of the world's population live with disability and 80% of these people with disabilities live in developing countries. According to an estimate, around 3% of population in India suffers from varying degrees of disabilities. Out of this, 20% of them suffer from milder forms of disabilities. According to the World Health Organization, disability may be defined as any restriction or lack of ability to perform an activity in a manner or within the range considered normal for human being. The disability according to the WHO includes blindness, low vision, leprosy cured, hearing impairment, locomotor disability, mental illness and mental retardation within the meaning of disability. Differently abled children are those whose performance deviates from the norm either below or above to such an extent that special care, strategies and educational programs ought to be formulated to fulfill their academic needs. Differently abled children can be of many types. They can be broadly classified into three categories: cognitively exceptional children, physically exceptional children and socio-culturally exceptional children. Cognitively exceptional children. Cognitively exceptional category can be further subdivided into the following: the gifted children. These children are those whose intellectual powers are at a high ideational level. The mentally retarded children. These children are those whose mental capacity is deficient and there is significant sub-average general intellectual functioning. Those classified under this group can range from those who can be trained to work and function with little special attention to those who are virtually untrainable and do not develop speech and the rest of the motor functions. Children with learning disabilities. This category of children has disability of learning things and can be trained by giving special care and attention. Physically exceptional children. Physically exceptional children includes those who are physically disabled, crippled, health impaired or orthopedically impaired, that is such as clubfoot, absence of some body organ, impairments caused due to diseases like bone tuberculosis, polio, cerebral palsy, fracture, etc. These children generally have average or above average intelligence. Socio-culturally exceptional children. Socio-culturally exceptional children are usually categorized arbitrarily into one or more of the following areas of deprivation such as cultural, economic, racial, geographic, cultural, cognitive and emotional. Social and cultural deprivation arises due to complex set of conditions which create intellectual deficiency in a child. Differently abled children usually show poor academic performance, have reading and other learning disabilities and show high dropout rates. They also have problems with adjusting. Children with disabilities experience inequalities in their daily lives and have fewer opportunities to access a quality education. Types of school system for the differently abled children. Disabilities limit access to education and employment and leads to economic and social isolation. Individuals with disability can contribute positively to their families and themselves if they are provided with proper atmosphere for their development. An appropriate education along with concurrent developmental programs will play a supportive role in their rehabilitation process. The differently abled children can be provided with special education meeting with their special needs. Special education is an intervention strategy to eliminate or reduce the obstacles that might keep a child with disabilities from full and active participation in school and society. Special education can be provided either in special schools for the disabled or regular schools. There are many types of schools available for children with special needs. Special schools. This concept of schooling is the earliest one implemented for such children. In a special school, only the differently abled children reside and learn. Open schools. The differently abled children can be given education through open schooling. The open schooling system or programs are being offered in India by National Institute of Open Schooling or NIOS and State Open Schools or SOS. NIOS has rich experience in open and distance learning methodology. It provides open vocational education programs to meet the vocational education training or VET needs of the differently abled people in various age groups. NIOS has accredited centers for education of differently abled children in India. At present, NIOS has around 60 accredited institutions called as Special Accredited Institutions for Education of Disadvantaged or SAIEDs. Some of these study centers offer vocational courses also. The examinations conducted by the NIOS are learner friendly for the differently abled people. In India, about 10 states namely Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, Rajasthan, Punjab and Jammu Kashmir have set up state open schools. Non-formal schools. This type of school is for adult disabled only. Such schools may not have provisions for higher education, but can help them literate for their better living. General schools. General schools are normal schools that take care of the educational needs of children, but the directive principles of state policy, the RCI Act, the PWD Act, the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan project, Education for All or EFA etc., stresses educational authorities that education be provided to all children of age group 6 to 14, including the disabled children in the country. The students with milder disabilities can pursue their studies in formal schools using different teaching aids like audio and video cassettes, talking books, peer tutors, charts, maps, note takers, computers, e-book reader, braille, sign language interpretation, library services etc. Inclusive education. Inclusive education is making the program for disabled children as an integral part of general education system rather than a system within general education. In inclusive education believes that all children are different and there is something about a differently abled child that needs to be fixed for him or her to fit into the system. Due to lack of knowledge, education, access and technology, the differently abled children were segregated from others and their education was carried out in special schools. More than 300 participants representing 92 governments and 25 international organizations met in Salamanca in Spain in June 1994. Organized by the government of Spain and UNESCO, the conference adopted the Salamanca Statement on Principles, Policy and Practice in Special Needs Education and Framework for Action. In the Salamanca Statement of 1994, it clearly stated that all governments should adopt as a matter of law or policy the principle of inclusive education, enrolling all children in regular schools irrespective of their disabilities and limitations. Inclusive schools must recognize and respond to the diverse needs of their students. They should make use of different styles and rates of learning and ensure quality education to all through appropriate curricula, teaching strategies, resource use and partnerships with their communities. Inclusive education is a process of strengthening the capacity of education system to reach out to all learners. It involves restructuring the policies, culture and practices in schools so that the differently abled student can respond to the diversity of students in their locality. In an inclusive education system, the whole school should consider the various measures that it should take to make the system accessible to all children, including the disabled ones. Integrated education. New thinking and new realizations have opened new directions for education of the differently abled children. Equality of education has led to the conceptualization of integrated education of the disabled children. Integrated education is always interchangeably used with inclusive education. Integrated education refers to the education of the disabled in common with others in general schools with provision for extra help. It refers to integrating the physically and mentally handicapped children with the non-disabled children in regular classrooms, providing specialized services to meet their special needs. In integrated education, the child is accepted into the ordinary school, but is often taught in separate classrooms. The child must try to adapt to the environment. In an integrated system of education, children can receive education only if they can cope with other children and only if they have special equipment, proper support, special teachers, special curriculum and special environment. Government initiatives for education of disabled. During the pre-independence period, the services for the disabled came from only the private sector or non-governmental organizations. These organizations were mostly religious. Since 1947, the Government of India has created numerous policies for special education. Though efforts have been carried out, their implementation efforts have not given many results. The formal education of children with disabilities in India began in 1869 with starting up of a school by Jain Leopold with the support of the Church Missionary Society in Banaras. 14 years later, a deaf school was opened in Bombay in 1883. In 1887, Christian missionaries opened schools for disabled people. By 1900, special schools sprung up throughout the country. Later, in 1918, a school was started in Kurseong in eastern part of India for children with intellectual and physical disabilities. By 1966, the number of schools had increased. There were 115 schools for students with a visual impairment, 70 schools for students with a hearing impairment, 25 schools for students with an orthopedic disability and 27 schools for students with an intellectual disability. By 1991, there were about 1200 special schools for students with various types of disabilities. The Indian Education Commission 1964-66 was the first statutory body to suggest that education of handicapped children should be an inseparable part of general education system. In order to provide adequate services to the handicapped children, the Commission recommended two approaches, namely special education and integrated education. Integrated education of disabled children or IEDC. IEDC is one of the major initiatives taken by the Indian government to promote education of the differently abled children. The Ministry of Welfare, Government of India initiated the program in 1974. This program promoted the integration of the students with mild to moderate disabilities into regular schools. IEDC program helped the retention of these children in the regular school system. Under this initiative, the disabled children were provided facilities like books, stationery, uniforms, special equipments and aids. The program was encouraged and partly funded by UNICEF. The program had many shortcomings and was revised in the year 1992. Under the revised scheme, the schools were provided with 100% assistance from the government. The National Policy on Education or NPE. The NPE was created in the year 1986. It stated that children with mild disabilities should be included in the mainstream classrooms, whereas children with moderate to severe disabilities should be placed in segregated schools. The policy also included a provision for training all the mainstream education teachers by including a compulsory special education component in pre-service training of general teachers. Project for Integrated Education for the Disabled or PIED. The Ministry of Human Resource Development in association with UNICEF and the National Council of Educational Research and Training or NCERT developed a project in the year 1987. The main aim of the project was to strengthen the IEDC program. PIED adopted a composite area approach, that is, converted all regular schools within a specified area referred to as a block into integrated schools instead of confining the program to a particular institution or school. The schools had to share resources such as equipments, teacher training components and other materials for the education of the differently abled. The positive result of this program was that both the students and regular teachers became more receptive towards these disabled children. The Persons with Disabilities or PWD Act. The Government of India enacted the PWD Act in 1995. The Act provided for both preventive and promotional aspects of rehabilitation. The PWD Act required the central, state and union territory governments to ensure that all children with disabilities had access to a free and appropriate education until the age of 18 years. PWD Act covered a wide range of disability related topics from education to jobs to building designs. The Act defined disability narrowly, listing only 7 categories of disability such as blindness, low vision, leprosy cured, hearing impairment, locomotor disability and mental illness. The Act also provided for free books and study materials, scholarships, transportation facilities, etc. to the disabled students. With the introduction of this Act, India joined hands with the few countries that have legislation to promote integrated education. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan or SSA. SSA was not a disability specific program, but rather a disability inclusive program with specific aspects that benefit people with disabilities. The main part of this program that benefits the disabled children is that it provides a specific fund per annum per child with disability. This money is supposed to be used for assistive devices for education of the child. In SSA, each district had to formulate its own plan for children with disabilities and key institutions were encouraged to collaborate to further support these students. Action Plan for Inclusive Education of Children and Youth with Disabilities IECYD. In 2005, the Ministry of Human Resource Development set up the IECYD. This action plan envisaged that all children with disabilities will have access to mainstream education. This program decided to give the students home based training. Alternatively, accommodation in hostels and distance learning programs were also decided to be given if these facilities will help them learn better. In conclusion, disability is recognized as the least visible yet most potent factors in educational marginalization. Since the formation of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights by the UN, there has been legislation on providing education for all children without any discrimination. The Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability came into effect in the year 2008. Article 24 of the Convention states clearly that people with disability cannot be excluded from general education system and they have the right to have access to an inclusive, quality and free primary education on an equal basis. It is also stated that such people will receive the support required within general education system to facilitate their effective education. In India, there are approximately 80 million people living with some kind of disability. Among them, 30% are children below the age of 14. According to the Education for All Global Monitoring Report of 2010, children with disabilities remain one of the major groups being widely excluded from quality education. In Nidhi Singh's paper named Forgotten Youth, Disability and Development in India, it is said that parents in India are unwilling to admit their differently abled children in schools because of social stigma. Children who are differently able have lower educational attainment than other children, which leads to lower economic status. We can see great progress in governmental policies initiated towards education of the disabled children in India, but statistics point to an entirely different situation. To date, no comprehensive survey of disability has been carried out in India. There is no population based study conducted in India to understand the genuine data on disability. In the 2001 census, it was determined that a mere 21 million of the population is disabled. In 2003, the estimated number raised up to 60 million. Now, it is estimated to be 90 million and more. According to a trial survey of population with disability, out of the 90 million disabled, 12 million are blind, 29 million are with low vision, 12 million are with speech and hearing defects, 6 million orthopedically handicapped, 24 million mentally retarded and 8 million mentally ill. Researchers in India are left with estimations of the incidence of disability rather than reliable statistics. Lack of reliable data is one of the major weaknesses in providing the evidence to governments for the need to increase the educational provision of the children with disabilities. Every child in the country who has a disability has a right to be placed on an equal footing as other non-disabled children, but due to the lack of infrastructure, a lot of disabled children do not receive education. Therefore, concerted efforts should be made in order to protect the rights of these children. Disabled children have a right to suitable, effective and appropriate education. Today, there are more than 3,000 special schools in India. Education gives the disabled children the ability to become positive role models and join employment market. This helps to prevent poverty. Let me summarize the session. Individual differs from each other in their physical, intellectual, emotional and behavioral traits. Differently abled children are those whose performance deviates from the norm either below or above to such an extent that special care, strategies and educational programs ought to be formulated to fulfill their academic needs. Children with disabilities experience inequalities in their daily lives and have fewer opportunities to access a quality education. Disabilities limit access to education and employment and leads to economic and social isolation. An appropriate education along with concurrent developmental programs will play a supportive role in their rehabilitation process. Special education is an intervention strategy to eliminate or reduce the obstacles that might keep a child with disabilities from full and active participation in school and society. The different schools that provide these differently abled children with educational facilities are described in detail in the units. The Indian Education Commission 1964-66 was the first statutory body to suggest that education of handicapped children should be an inseparable part of general education system. The different initiatives taken by the government forms the rest of the chapter. Now, you can try to answer the questions given here. Who are differently abled children? How is disability defined by the WHO? How are cognitively exceptional people or children classified? What are the programs conducted by the Government of India for the education of the disabled children? What is the difference between open schools and non-formal schools? What is the difference between inclusive education and integrated education? Now, you may go through the books for reference. Inclusive Education for Children with Special Needs by Nina Dash, published by Atlantic Publishers and Distributors Private Limited, New Delhi in the year 2006. Education of Students with an Intellectual Disability, written by Phil Foreman, published by Information Age Publishing Inc., 2009. Education in India, Problems and Perspectives, written by M. Dash, published by Atlantic Publishers and Distributors, New Delhi in the year 2004. Implementing Inclusive Education, a Commonwealth Guide to implementing Article 24 of the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, second edition, UK in the year 2012. Thank you for watching this program. We can meet again with another topic later. Have a nice day.